Hey guys, Peyton Snakeback here again for another video for you guys today. Just got done watching the Benji remake on Netflix, and I just want to say a little bit of a warning that there is going to be some spoiler alerts, or there might be. I don't know if I will, but just to let you know that there might be a couple of spoiler alerts. So if you don't want me to if you don't want to hear any spoiler alerts to this movie, don't watch this video. Just watch the remake on Netflix, and then you could just watch my review if you want. But anyway, let's get started with this review, shall we? So now basically this movie is, it is, if you guys didn't know, this is actually a reboot to the 1974 movie Joe Camp's Benji, which, by the way, if you guys are interested in watching the original, it is on Netflix right now, because they just put that on Netflix, and a couple of the movies before this came on Netflix. Yeah, they had the original on there, and the sequel to the movie, which I really liked, For the Love of Benji, and the terrible movie, Benji Off the Leash, which I really don't recommend, but you guys can watch that if you like, but I don't really like that one. But anyway, let's get started. Now, if you don't really know what the original Benji was about, it was basically about this dog. It was like this stray dog that every morning it goes and visits this house that has these two kids, a father, and it was like a housekeeper. And basically what happens is, alright, the dog goes every morning to eat breakfast, and but the father doesn't know anything about it. So basically, because the housekeeper and the kids, they've been keeping this Benji dog a secret to the father, and when Benji basically lives in this like creepy dark house, and what ends up happening when Benji comes home, there's these like hoodlums, or these like robbers, thieves, breaking into the house, talking about these rumors that there was like a ghost in the house, and when the robbers are coming back to the thieves are coming back to the house, and one of them is suspecting that there's like there's some kind of ghost in there, because about the rumors and stuff, because weird things are happening in the house, and pudding cups are missing from the house, and it's it's Benji doing all this, because they don't know that there's a dog living there. They don't know that it's this dog doing all this. Of course they're thinking it's this ghost that's haunting this house. But what ends up happening is Benji ends up witnessing the two kids that he visits every day being kidnapped by the thieves, and of course Benji's trying to do everything he can to save these kids and let the owners of the kids, like the housekeeper and the father, know that he knows where these kids are, and where this house is. That's basically what the original was about. The remake, however, it was kind of similar to this, but it was a little bit different. And this is a kids movie remake, and I honestly thought I actually really like this remake. I mean, even though it's a kid movie remake, and I'm not really a big fan of kid movie remakes, and don't get me wrong, this movie wasn't, this remake wasn't like a perfect type movie. It wasn't like a greatest or well done movie. It was a cool remake, but it wasn't like perfect, But I kind of enjoyed it for what it was. But this remake, this is basically about, it starts off with I think it's like Benji as a puppy, and I think it's like years later, and he's like the stray dog, of course, and he ends up meeting this boy, which it's basically one of the kids from the original, which is the Paul and Cindy character, because that's what the kids' names were in the original. But these kids they had different names, and I forgot what the names were, but and the boy ends up becoming friends with the dog, the Benji dog, and the girl becomes friends with it as well, and ends up happening is they're taking care of the dog, and all they have is there's like a couple different scenes that they kind of remade, just to let you know. and there is going to be spoiler alerts, so if you don't want me to spoil it, just turn this video off and go watch the remake on Netflix, and then you can just come back and watch it. But anyway, but basically they're living with their mom, and they don't want the mom to find out that that they have Benji in this house, and of course the mother finds out that this dog is in this house, and the kids end up running away. Well, not running away, but they end up getting upset because the mother does not want Benji in this house, and and the brother is like, oh, then you don't really care, do you? Because and what ends up happening, it's the next day after school, they go to this it's like a pawn or jewelry shop, because there's a couple scenes in the movie where they're going to the store every day just to get their father's watch, because the father in the movie is dead. Yeah, but that was one of the things that were different, because there was no mother in the original one. There was a housekeeper and a father. The only one that was in the remake in this one was a mother. That was it. There was no housekeeper. There was no father. Just the mother. Because apparently in the remake, the mother ended up selling the watch to the store, and and what ends up happening anyway is the kids go into the store, and they end up getting kidnapped by these two masked figures, and and Benji is trying to find out, of course, a way to try to save these kids, and let the cops and let the mother know that he knows where these kids are, and try to save them before it's too late, But I will say there was some pretty cool stuff in this movie. I mean, I kind of really liked the original better, because I liked how it it took place in the house. I mean, there was some really cool stuff that happened in here. I mean, it did kind of show a house in this one, but it was more like a hotel, sort of old abandoned type house. I mean, I did like how they had a trapdoor scene in this one, and I mean, it wasn't like a shot-for-shot movie. It wasn't something like that. But that was pretty much the whole point. I mean, it was it is a remake, but I mean, it wasn't, like I said, a shot-for-shot movie. But I kind of like this remake. I mean, it's not something that I thought was perfect. I mean, it's not really something I thought was the best. I mean, it was a good remake. I mean, in a way, it was kind of a decent one, and I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, it was kind of better than that other one I watched, Benji Off the Leash. I'll give it that. It was better than that, because I did not really like Benji Off the Leash. And I know too that they did. It was like a TV special they have, and I only watched the ones. I thought that was okay, but the problem was it didn't have anything to do with the dog. It was Benji's Christmas Story or something. And I do believe they made another one called Benji the Hunted or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's basically my review for this remake and what my thoughts are, and and honestly, my opinion actually did change, because I mean, I really thought that I was not going to like this movie, and then turns out I kind of did, but it's not, it's not like a perfect remake, like I said, so, but I mean, it is worth watching though. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.